Hello, welcome back to Quentin Brock TV. I'm obviously Quentin Brock, and today I wanted to vlog about something, a very special day that's going on tomorrow, which is March 14th. A couple of weeks ago, before my friend, who's going to name or remain nameless, before he started ignoring me for reasons unknown, I don't know, I don't care, still love you though, he brought up as a joke, clearly, that our Friendaversary was coming up, and I thought that, you know, in honor of one, me still being ignored, and two, that being kind of funny to me, I thought, let's do the math, because neither of us could remember the exact day, but I knew it was around this time, about a week before we went to Hong Kong. I know a lot of funny stories that kind of make up why we're friends today. In the spirit of our Friendaversary, I'm going to be telling stories about nameless Voldemort brat. By that time, when it came to us like exploring the countries that we went to, we had to have people go out with us. And in this port, I was like, hey, you know, we had never hung out before. Like, let's go out this port. So it was me, him, and another friend of mine. And you know, we get to this port out, and you know, as the day progresses, he decided that he wanted to try the local rum, and so that day we got one flavor, and let me tell you this one, some good shit. Okay, so that day was cool, you know. We got to know each other a little better. Still not, you know, actually friends, but you know, we actually held a conversation and we got to know each other. So fast forward to the next day. Everything went to shit, let me tell you. Okay, so the next day, we pretty much do the same thing. We go explore before, you know, heading to the resort where everybody else is at. Because, you know, we really don't want to be around these same motherfuckers that we've been around on this ship for months. I just revealed my job. Anyways, we really don't want to be around these same motherfuckers, so we don't go to the resort off the rip. We go out and we explore. So this time we get a different flavor of the rum, and I don't know what it was about this flavor. Me at the time, I was a new drinker, so I didn't really know like anything as far when it came to limits. You know, I didn't really think there was a limit. I thought drunk was drunk and you just get drunk, and once you drunk, you just drunk. There's no getting more drunk. There's getting less drunk until you sleep it off. That's what I thought being drunk was, me and my young, fragile little mind. And I think we started drinking around like maybe 6 o'clock. And I don't really remember much about this day. It's just, it just comes in we went to the resort and we had a good ass time when we first got to the resort. I was not that drunk, but I was definitely drunk. You know, we got in the ocean. This homeboy, he doesn't swim. He got his ass up in the water. I was proud. I was happy. I was like, oh my god, this nigga is having fun. Once we got out of the water, we went to the little restaurant that was at the resort. And once we got to the restaurant that was at the resort, that's when things get a little hazy. And I don't know if he was trying to be messy, but he was being messy. So he winds up telling me something that like hurts my feelings. He wasn't hurting my feelings. It was about something else. I don't remember, but it hurts my feelings. And from that point, that's when things got a little rocky. So once things got a little rocky, I remember another friend of mine, he had came up to me. He was like, hey, let's go over here and come over here with me. I was like, okay, cool. And I tried to get up out of the seat. The second I got up out of the seat, ba-bam, I'm on the floor. And it's kind of funny because I'm like, I'm good, don't touch me, don't. I'm still thinking I'm not that drunk, but here I am on the floor just kicking and looking like a little roach. So at that time, that's when the emotions start to take over me. I start getting a little loud, and I start getting a little upset. Of course, I'm a crier even when I'm sober. So yeah, things start to get a little rocky. And at this point, you know, I'm a little too drunk for saving. So it's time for us to go back. And it's time for me to go to bed. So on the way back, I start screaming out my life story to strangers who I've never talked to before in my life. Yeah, I'm just making the three of us look bad. My little friend, she's over here like in tears. She's like, oh my God, we're gonna get in so much trouble. Cause like at this point, it's beyond savior. It's either you get me there in one piece or we're all going down. So yeah, so he's the valiant one, and he's the one that's remaining. The fact that he's remaining at a level head, that's what keeps us out of trouble. However, we still got miles to go before we get back to the safe zone. So at this point, they finally get us to the boat to get us back to where we need to go. And once we get to the pier, I know I started throwing up in a bag. And I started throwing up in the bag, and I'm like, I need to go use the bathroom. So I'm like, at this point, I'm not walking on my own. So homeboy has to take me to the bathroom. That's one of those things that make me love him today. He took me to the bathroom when I was too drunk. You know, that's so nice. He didn't have to do that. Anywho, he took me to the bathroom, and out comes like one of my bosses. And as one of my bosses is leaving, I'm going in, and we bump shoulders. Now me, when I'm drunk, or I think when I'm not every time I'm drunk, but when I'm drunk and angry, or you know, I'm telling on myself. But when I'm drunk and I'm angry, I be feeling like I could take on the world. And I didn't give a fuck who this man was. I didn't even see who it was. I just knew I got shoulder checked, and I need to check the motherfucker that shoulder checked me. I start arguing with one of my bosses, and this guy is you know, he's a big motherfucker. So that wouldn't have been a good day for me, but homeboy got me out of the dark on that one. And then he proceeded to take me to the bathroom. Next thing I remember, we're on the boat, and we're on the boat with everybody else who's on the ship with us. So here I go again, screaming out my life story, and at this point, homie got me in the tightest headlock. And I didn't remember until the morning like what he was saying. I thought he was trying to comfort me. No, just ugly crying forever. People asking me, "Is he okay?" He's fine. He's fine. He's good. He just had a little bit too much to drink. Let me tell you, this man knows how to talk his way out of anything. He'd be talking circles around me sometimes. He'd be confusing me to do shit that I didn't even know I wanted to do. Anyway, yeah. So finally, that's the point where I don't remember anything on my own. So the next morning, I wake up. I was like, when did I get here? Mind you, this is my first time being blacked out drunk. I'm like, how the fuck did I get here? And then I realized I'm still drunk. Yeah, I go look for him. Homie is mad. And I'm telling you, he's fried. He's hot. He's just hella mad. But he's not saying it. And I just know he's mad, and he's just making me feel guilty as hell. And he was like, it's cool. I'm just like, you know what, fuck it. But we survived, and we made it out in one piece, and none of us got in trouble. So in that time, we started to kind of build more of a friendship once again. He got over it. So every night, I usually like get in my bunk first, just because like I have nothing else to do, and only thing I can do is watch fucking movies at this point because we can't go nowhere. And usually when I'm in my rack before him, he'll fuck with me. And there's this one night that he was in his rack before I was in mine. So I was like, this is the perfect opportunity. Maybe from this point forward, he'll realize that he's met his match and he won't mess with me when I'm in my bunk no more. Wrong. So he sleeps in the bunk above me, and I sleep in the bunk below him. So this night, like, it looked like he was asleep, but it was too hot to be asleep just yet. You gotta wait hours before you fall asleep. It was just that hot. I get up there, he's sleeping, like he's not sleeping, but he's like laying on his stomach. I'm like, this is the perfect opportunity. He doesn't even see me coming. So I open his curtains and I start like, I'm not really slapping him because he got a heavy ass hand, and I'm not trying to get slapped back. So I'm not really slapping him, but I'm fucking with him. I'm like tapping him in the head. Nigga moves with the quickness of the motherfucking Flash. So in this time, I gotta move with the quickness of the motherfucking Flash too. So I don't know why it was my first instinct to just hop in my rack like this nigga ain't with the shits and he won't, you know, fuck with me while I'm in my rack. I'm holding on for dear life. He's out of his rack by now, and he's trying to pull me out of mine. And as he's trying to pull me out of mine, I'm not letting go. I don't even know what I'm holding on to. I think I'm just holding on to the mattress, and he can't get me out of there. But little by little, here I come. Here I come. And there's a handle on the bunk that we sleep in. He gets me halfway out. And at this time, I just hear a crack. I'm just like, oh God, what the fuck did you just do? He was like, what? What? You was fucking with me. I'm like, oh my God, I think you broke something. So it's 8 o'clock at night. I gotta go see medical. Them niggas tell me that this nigga just cracked my rib. It's not broken, but it's cracked. And then medical doesn't do much. So I was just walking around with a cracked rib until it started feeling better. A week later, I decide stupidly that I need revenge for him cracking my rib. My rib's feeling better. It still hurts, but it feels better. So I'm like, I'm with the shits again. So I go up. He's in his rack before me again, but he's watching a movie this time. And I was like closing his laptop, and he just kept opening it. And I'm closing it, he's opening it, and we just keep doing that. And then I just started poking him. And he was like, you don't want to do this. I was like, but I do. What's up? I don't know what he did, but it was like the strongest shove of the century. I'm like, this nigga done sent me to medical at the same time, on the same day, 2 weeks later. I'm gonna get him. I never got him, but that's what I was thinking. I'm gonna get him. So yeah, he's definitely harmed me in several different ways, but those are the two of the most prominent. So for that one story of good faith, I have a bunch more to tell, and I'm gonna make it quick. This nigga left me in Dubai. They were doing karaoke. I didn't want to do the karaoke that night, but he's like, yo, go up there and sing this song. Like, I really don't want to do it, but sure, I'll go up there. He tells me to sing this goddamn Lady Gaga song. If I'm going to do karaoke, I'm going to do Chris Brown every time. They call my name, and I go up to the stage. As soon as I go up to the stage, he was like, oh, I'll be right back. I gotta go get my computer. He goes and gets his computer, and he never comes back. So I'm up there just singing motherfucking paparazzi. I put my all into it, and so I went up there for no reason, and I was just up there jigging and jiving and looking like a dumbass for no reason. Oh, and let's not forget, one time, homeboy slapped the shit out of me in the face, mind you, for burping. I was so shocked I didn't even hit him back. I was like, I guess you got that one. He didn't come to my 20th birthday. I tell him not to do something, or I tell him to leave me alone, he'll reply with, or what? What you mean, or what? He eats like a runaway slave. One time I watched him hunched over, like crouched down and hunched over with his back turned to everybody else, just why are you chewing so loud? You eating soup. That's all I got. So I'm done. Happy Friendaversary.